Loud pad, Saboon. Shorty wanna ride, shorty wanna roll. I could be your nigga, but you never know. Tell her shit she wanna hear when she feelin' low. Let me see a part of you that don't nobody know. Shorty wanna ride, shorty wanna roll. I could be your nigga, but you never know. Tell her shit she wanna hear when she feelin' low. Let me see a part of you that don't nobody know. Come and kick it with a real one. She with the gang, know the vibe, throw it up. Summertime on the block, I'm rolling blunts. Call it a courtesy visit when she pull up. Expose her to the real so she can never get caught up. Probably realer than them other niggas riding in your truck. She know what's up when it come to me. Aggravate and bother me. I take you on a trip, I'm trying to sightsee where you never seen. Roll a blunt, smoke it up, sit back and rock on me. Talking shit.
Everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video ever, so I'm so excited to be making it. A lot of you have been wanting me to start this channel and show y'all what it's like to live in New York, how different it is, and all of the above. So that's exactly what I'm gonna be giving y'all. Before we get to any of that, I want to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Tabitha. I am originally from Texas. I lived there my whole life, so that is all I know. I've always traveled, but New York was the last place I thought I would ever even visit. Look at me now, I'm actually living here. It all started last June when I met this wonderful guy on Instagram. I was on live and he started to comment saying hello, like who was I and where I was from and stuff like that. I didn't really pay no mind because I was honestly doing my makeup. But right after I hopped off, he actually DM'd me and was like, where are you from? What's your name? Wanting to get to know me. And let's just say that conversation never ended. Because here we are, almost a year and
4 months.
But right after he DM'd me asking like where I was from, my name, you know, how old I was, stuff like that, wanting to really get to know me. Right after that, we continued to text. Once he told me he was from New York, I really thought nothing of it because I said, I'm never gonna be with somebody like that is so far. Months after months, we just kept talking and talking until like I had a lot of feelings for him and he had for me. After so many months of talking, we finally said we need to meet in person. And so that's what we tried to do. And we stumbled and stumbled. And because financially I wasn't there and I was only 18. I had just turned 18. So I really did not think that I would be making it out there. So I finally got my ticket in December. Once I told my parents, they were like, you're crazy, you're not going. And I said, look, if I can financially pay my ticket, pay my hotel, and have money for expenses, you cannot tell me I cannot go. I am 18, I can legally fly by myself, no problem. They said, if you show me that, you could go. And that's exactly what I did. I got my ticket, I booked my room, and I had money to spend while I was out here. So it's only a few days left. I'm packing my bags, making sure I have everything. I was so nervous to finally meet this guy that I had been talking to for 6 months over FaceTime, Snapchat, calling each other 24/7. We were like this, not having even met each other. So the day comes, I wake up so early, I do my hair, I do my makeup, and I'm out the door. I'm ready to hop on this plane. I get to the airport, I'm so nervous because I've never flew by myself, but I did it. It's nothing to be afraid of because there's so many people that can direct you, show you where your gate is if you're lost, or even just need help. Any type of help, they'll be there to help. But we're texting each other like, I just got on, and he's like, okay, you know, like I'll be there. I'm like, okay. And then I could not even like relax myself throughout the whole flight. I was so nervous to meet him. You know, I had a lot of feelings for him, so that made it even more exciting. Once the plane finally landed, I texted him like, I'm here.
So nervous.
And I'm heading to baggage claim. I'm walking down, and it's like a little like ramp, right? And then it goes flat, and he was like somewhere over here. So I'm walking down and I see him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Like, I'm so nervous though. And then I walk up to him and he wants to shake my hand. I'm like, dude, if you don't get over here and give me a hug, I've been talking to you for 6 months and you want to shake my hand. But everything went well. You know, he was everything that I even expected and more. So that was good. Once we get my luggage, we're out of the airport heading back to Yonkers, which he is originally from. And I'm so nervous still because it's the first time I met this guy like in person. And let me tell you, I get in the car and immediately the scenery is so different. It's so beautiful. Just all of the buildings, you know, you could see the skyline, the big bridges. It was amazing. I like immediately fell in love with New York. So right after that, we grabbed something to eat, which was actually pizza. They have the most delicious oven baked pizza. They're the hugest slices too. So after that, that night we hang out with a couple of his friends, get to know a little bit more of each other. The next night we take a trip to Times Square. It was only a few days before New Year's, so let me tell y'all, it is so packed in Times Square around New Year's because tourists that are traveling, you know, people that live there, people that work there, anything and everything above, it was packed. I had to grab him from his jacket because I could get lost because that was that many people. So right after that, we hang out for a few more days and then I have to fly back to Texas. We immediately were heartbroken. Like, I had never felt so sad. I had never felt so attached to a person. I didn't want to leave. And I had no choice but to go back home. So it was really sad for him and I both because it's as if our hearts had finally connected, but then we had to like tear them apart because we have to go our separate, like we have to go back home, and you know. So a few months later, after all of the sadness and stuff like that, we kind of get over it because we think there's nothing else that we can do. We just are stuck being long distance for now, I guess. Around late January, I asked him if it was all right that I flew him out to Texas for his birthday, which is in February. He said he would love to, and I was so excited because just like I met New York, he was gonna finally meet Texas, and it was amazing. So a few weeks later, he comes, he visits Texas. I show him everything there is to see around like where I live in Fort Worth. We completely enjoyed every single night, every single day that we were together for that little trip. But again, unfortunately, he had to go home and I had to stay home. So he left, and once again, we were sad, but it wasn't this hard because we said if it was so easy for us to fly out again a few months later, then there should be no problem flying out in a few more months if we wanted. Honestly, did not think that I would be seeing him until June. But April came around and I just could not stay away. So I told him I want to fly out and visit. It was a different type of sadness when we were apart. So April came around, but I was going through a lot of things mentally, personally, that I didn't see Texas as a home anymore. I saw it like there's nothing here for me. I'm not growing. I'm not even happy. So what is the point of being here? So I asked him what he thought about me moving to New York. And at first it was like a shock because we said, how will that even work? What will my dad say? What will his parents say? it was confusing, but he said, if at the end of the trip you decide you want to stay, bring everything that you'll need. So that's exactly what I did. I got my social, I grabbed my birth certificate, I grabbed every single outfit that I wear, period, packed it up, including my blanket. I even brought my blanket. I packed everything that I could in a small suitcase, and I left. I flew out, I visited, and the last day came and I said, you know what? I'm staying. I want to stay. So that I experienced New York in a completely different way after that, because it's not the same when you're just visiting than when you live here. So I got really close to a lot of people. It's just becoming more like a home than just a visit. So I'm in love with it. I'm so excited to start this journey with y'all, and also with my man. It's amazing to have made this decision to move here to New York. And yeah, so this was a little bit about myself. Next video will be, thank you everybody who is supporting this YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe. Turn your bell notification on so you know when I upload. Go ahead and comment below. Tell me what you think about this video, and I'll see y'all next Friday. Goodbye.
Surely wanna roll. I could be a nigga, but you never know. Tell her shit she wanna hear when she fell in love.